Straight from Japan's 2025 Star Wars Celebration, this exclusive, the Ronin and R5D56 Black Series set might just be the most visibly striking duo we've ever seen. But is it worth hunting down? Let's find out!
Learn on the Force.
Hey Star Wars fans! Welcome back to Jedi Twins, where we unbox, review, and spotlight the galaxy's finest figures from the Black Series and beyond. I'm Jedi Joy.
And I'm Jedi Jill.
And we are so excited for today's review because we're diving into the 2025 Celebration Japan exclusive Star Wars Visions, the Ronin and R5D56 2-pack. Plus, stay tuned until the very end because we're sharing all the details about our upcoming 800 subscriber giveaway, including how you can win Clone Commander Bacara, and maybe even a surprise second figure if we hit our goal sooner. First, some context for our collectors and fans. Star Wars Visions is a collection of short films created by a number of Japanese animation studios. These stories are set in the Star Wars universe, but told through a wildly creative anime-inspired lens. The Ronin, featured in Episode 1, The Duel, is a former Sith who now wanders the galaxy hunting down other dark side users. Mysterious, brooding, and incredibly stylish, his trusty droid companion, R5D56, is no ordinary astromech. Modified for battle, he features a sleek design with a hand-painted, weathered finish that sets him apart from your standard R-Series droid. Let's talk about the differences between the Japan Celebration exclusive version and the one that many collectors were lucky to snag, the Amazon US version. When it comes down to it, there are really only two differences. Let's start with the packaging, specifically that striking red sheath wrapped around the box. It's more for show than function though, because the real magic comes from the magnets hidden inside the hard-covered flaps, holding it all together like double doors. On the Japan exclusive version, you'll notice a small but classy detail: Japanese text printed in the top right corner of the front sheath. Flip it over, the back is completely blank. The most noticeable difference compared to the Amazon version is a tiny paragraph of Japanese text printed on the inside of the display box right on the left flap. A subtle but distinct touch for collectors, and it serves as the character description for both the Ronin and R5D56. Now, with the Amazon version, the red sheath features English text instead of Japanese. You'll spot a small product number, the 4+ age symbol, and a warning icon beneath it. Unlike the Japan exclusive, the Amazon sheath also includes additional warning labels on the back. Our guess, US packaging laws probably require more visible safety info, whereas Japan might have different standards. Inside the box, the character description is printed in English along with 4 additional languages, following the usual Black Series packaging style. The second difference? The price. The day after these were released at Celebration Japan, they went up on Amazon US and the price gap was huge. We're talking a $54 difference. At Celebration Japan, these exclusives cost around $124 because of the currency exchange, but on Amazon, $69.99. Big deal for collectors. We had someone who picked one up for us at Celebration. Shout out to John. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
And when he told us the price, we were like, wait, they just dropped on Amazon for $69.99. He told me he couldn't believe it. He said a bunch of collectors at Celebration were also buying them from Amazon right there on their phones. He even tried to return the one he picked up for us, but Hasbro said no. So he asked them if there was any difference between the Japan exclusive and the Amazon version, and they confirmed. The only difference is the packaging. Basically, that red sheath and the description of the figures
inside the front cover, and of course, the price. That's it. Same figures inside.
So here's the deal. We now have 2 of these sets, and honestly, no regrets. But the real question is, should you go for the exclusive Japan version with the premium packaging and higher price tag, or stick with the Amazon release that comes in standard packaging and is way easier on the wallet? What would you choose? Exclusive packaging or better price? Let us know in the comments which side of the Force you're on.
Now, let's take a closer look at the packaging. And honestly, this might be one of the best and most unique box designs we've ever seen in the Black Series.
The color palette is super subtle with a bold splash of red across the front, hinting at the Ronin's dark past as a former Sith. The Ronin is featured on the front of the box, and R5-D56 is more on the side of the box than the front. Everything sticks to that moody black and white theme, except for one thing.
The Ronin's red lightsaber blade. It's one of the 2 spots of vibrant red color that pops, and it really makes the box sing.
And when you open it up, wow! Inside, you're greeted with this incredible diorama style artwork straight from Kamikaze Duga's animation. It's stunning, it's moody, it's cinematic. It's a collector's dream. On the right, you see the duel written in Arabic. The whole diorama is from the opening scene of the duel when they walk into the city.
Right in the middle, you get the perfect display window. The Ronin and R5-D56 posed inside the box like a scene from Visions itself. Honestly, you could keep it sealed and still feel like you're getting the full experience.
But if you're like us and plan to open it, don't worry. The top flap opens and you can slide the entire tray out without damaging the box. So you get the best of both worlds.
All right, let's get these figures out and take a closer look. Let's kick things off with R5-D56. And trust us, this is not just another droid repaint. This sculpt is completely unique. Crafted to match the droid's samurai-inspired aesthetic from Star Wars Visions.
The first thing that stands out, that awesome samurai hat, molded right into his dome. It's so cool and unlike anything we've seen before in the Black Series. Totally one of a kind when it comes to droid designs.
The entire figure follows that sleek black and white color scheme, with a good amount of weathering to add realism. It's almost entirely grayscale, except for one subtle pop of color. A hint of blue tucked just under his hat at the front. It's a nice little surprise detail, and honestly, I love it.
Now let's talk articulation. It's pretty much what we've come to expect from astromech droids in this line. The samurai hat is not removable, but it's permanently attached to his rotating dome. His 2 side legs and feet articulate, and he includes a removable 3rd foot for rolling poses or display options.
As for accessories, he's fully loaded. He comes with the standard droid tools, all of which we can store inside his dome, a feature we always appreciate. Then there are the translucent blue jet effects that plug into his legs, and he's got rope elements that drape over both feet. Just a heads up, the ropes fall off very easily, so you'll want to be careful if you're handling or posing him.
Same goes for the jet effects. They look awesome, but don't stay in super securely, so make sure not to lose them during transport.
And finally, one of the coolest details, his bamboo staff. He's even posed with bamboo in hand inside the black plastic figure box like he was in the first scene of the duel. The bamboo is cast in that same muted gray to match the rest of the figure's aesthetic. It's a subtle touch that ties everything together. Before we dive into the Ronin's sculpt, accessories, and articulation, let's talk about who the Ronin really is, because this is no ordinary warrior.
Right. The Ronin from Star Wars Visions, the duel, is a former Dark Lord of the Sith who once led a rebellion against the Jedi clans. After abandoning the Sith way, he chose a life of exile, wandering the galaxy alone.
But he didn't just disappear. He became a Sith hunter, collecting red kyber crystals from the Sith he's taken down. That's why he still wields a red lightsaber.
He's no longer aligned with the Sith, but that red blade and all the kyber crystals he's collected serve as powerful reminders of his violent past. Alright, now let's move on to the Ronin. And wow, this figure is dark in the best way possible. From head to toe, he embodies that black and white color scheme with a sculpt that totally captures the anime-inspired aesthetic from Star Wars Visions.
Exactly. The first thing that caught my eye was that head sculpt and the wired robe. Absolutely stunning.
The best.
His clothing features beautiful dry brushing, especially on the textured sculpt of his pants and plastic sleeves. And that wired cape, by the way, is one of the biggest highlights of this figure.
Yeah, that wired cape is fantastic. It has a thick, posable wire inside, so you can shape it in tons of different dynamic ways. And don't overlook that white belt, made of soft plastic with silver paint accents that really pop against all the grayscale tones.
His sandals are also worth mentioning. They're nicely sculpted with dirt detailing, and you can actually see his toes in the sculpt. Such a great touch. Overall, the paint applications are phenomenal. The dry brushing alone brings his entire outfit to life.
Now, let's talk about that head sculpt, because wow, again, it's perfection. His finely lined dark beard and goatee, the soft plastic ponytail blowing in the wind, and that distinct scar across his face, all beautifully done.
Right. And check out the shading around his eyes. Absolutely beautiful paintwork. His hair sculpt even looks like it's been shaped by the elements, giving him a worn, seasoned warrior vibe.
That scar is a signature element of his character from Visions. According to the story, a lord fired a blaster at him. He dodged, but still got hit on the left side of his face, leaving his jaw misshapen and scarred. Hasbro nailed that detail.
Honestly, this figure is hands down one of the top 5 Black Series figures of 2025, if not the top. I can't say enough good things. Massive kudos to Hasbro.
Yay.
This is excellent through and through.
Yep. Now let's talk accessories. First up, the removable wired cape we mentioned earlier. Fully posable and absolutely essential to the figure's dynamic look.
Then there are 2 sheaths tucked right beneath his belt in the front. The larger black sheath is newly designed to hold his Cantata-style lightsaber hilt, which comes with a red blade. The only pop of color on the entire figure, and it looks incredible.
The second sheath is a smaller light gray one, and it includes a sculpted-in dagger, a lighter gray than the sheath, and again, not removable, but it looks great for detail. Both sheaths peg securely into his waist, fitting nicely underneath his belt.
And of course, we can't forget his lightsaber and katana style hilt. The hilt itself is a cool shade of gray, accented with silver paint apps on both ends and along the body. The blade is a bright red, standing out boldly against the monochrome theme. It's sleek, elegant, and gives this figure the final touch of samurai-inspired power. Did someone ask, what about the Ronin's articulation? Oh, we've got you covered. And let me tell you, it's amazing!
Woo, it certainly is!
Starting with the head. This might be one of the most dynamic head sculpts we've ever seen in the Black Series. It's on a ball joint with tons of movement. Tilts in all directions, up and down, side to side, all the usual stuff.
But here's the wild part. His head also moves forward and backward in a way we've never seen on another Black Series figure. Seriously, check it out. It adds so much expressiveness to posing.
Moving on to the shoulders, he's got butterfly joints, so you can get some incredible range there. The left elbow bends past 90 degrees. The right elbow also moves past 90 degrees, but not as much as the left elbow. And get this, there's an additional ball joint in the forearm. That's something totally new for Black Series. We were shocked.
The wrists are on standard hinge joints, and the torso crunch combined with a waist swivel gives you excellent mobility through the core. It's perfect for action poses or saddle stances.
Hip and knee joints are also fantastic. There's no traditional thigh cut, but instead there's a cut just below the pants on both legs. And yep, the knees rotate all the way around from that point.
And finally, those ankle joints, the swivels and pivots, are a little loose, but solid, making those one-legged poses tricky.
Bottom line, the Ronin has one of the most advanced articulation systems we've seen in the Black Series line so far. Posability on this figure is next level.
Alright, now let's talk posing shots, because these figures weren't just made to sit on a shelf. They're meant to be showcased.
Yes! Starting with R5D56. He looks incredible standing tall. Samurai hat angled low like he's surveying the battlefield. Add the jet effects on his legs and his bamboo staff in front, and he looks like he's about to charge into battle.
And don't forget the ropes. Even though they fall off easily, when they stay in place, they give him that grounded, weathered look. The grayscale palette makes him pop in a lineup of colorful droids. He's definitely got a quiet strength vibe going on.
Now, let's pose the Ronin. Oh man, he's made for action stances. That wired cape lets you create windswept looks, crouching samurai poses, or mid-swing lightsaber action. His articulation is a dream for getting that anime-style drama in every frame.
And those grayscale tones? Perfect for high contrast photos. Pose him with the lightsaber ignited in red, the only color on him, and it's cinematic gold. You'll want to snap dozens of shots, trust us.
And when you put them together, forget about it. These two look like they're straight out of an epic duel. Ronin poised, saber in hand, and R5 backing him up with that bamboo staff and a samurai stance of his own.
It's like you're building your own Star Wars vision scene right there on your shelf.
Now, if you've been thinking, I need this set, we totally get it.
But hang on, because it's time to talk giveaways. Okay fam, it's giveaway time.
Yep, when we hit 800 subscribers, we're giving away something awesome. The Black Series Clone Commander Bacara.
A Phase 2 fan favorite with that heavy armor signature comma and serious Revenge of the Sith vibes. You're gonna want this one in your collection.
So how do you enter? Easy. Just subscribe to Jedi Twins and comment on this video with, I just subscribed to Jedi Twins. That lets us know you're in.
Already subbed? First of all, you rock.
Yeah.
Just drop a comment below telling us what you love doing when you're not collecting Black Series figures. Could be building dioramas, binging Star Wars, gaming, cooking, you name it.
But heads up, if you're not subscribed, you won't be entered. You've got to subscribe and comment to qualify.
And here's the bonus. If we hit 800 subscribers by the end of June,
we're adding in a second giveaway figure. Cassian Andor in his test pilot outfit from Andor Season 2.
So help us get there. Hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and share this video with your Star Wars loving friends, collectors, and Visions fans.
Let's hit 800 and send these figures to some awesome members of the Jedi Twins fam.
Enjoyed hanging with the Jedi Twins? Hit like and activate those notifications so you're always in the loop.
Because coming up next, We've got reviews lined up for Anakin Skywalker from the Ahsoka series, Clone Captain Rex, also from Ahsoka, and Gaming Great Star Wars Jedi Survivor 2-pack, Dagan Gera and BX Droid Hybrid. And keep an eye out for our vacation vlog aboard the Disney Treasure. Thanks for watching. I'm Jedi Joy.
I'm Jedi Jill.
May the Force be with you.